Yo, what is happening, guys? It's Woods. So I wanted to jump on, man, and it's been a while since I made any video like this. So I wanted to make a video talking about this past week because this past week, man, it was a struggle. We had a lot of chop this past week, and I have been having a good month so far. And coming up on this past week, man, we were pending a lot of news and everything. So I was trying to make a few things shake, and I found a couple of times where I forced some trades, and I got my TFD account, and I wanted to talk about my TFD account because my TFD account has really been pushing my boundaries as a trader to make me a better trader, to make me find ways that I can improve my methodologies for my trading. Find areas where I can kind of switch things up, where I can pause, think things out, and kind of strategize at a method of execution within the time window of my kill zones more accurately. So, but yeah, I wanted to show my hits and bruises this week, man. So let's go ahead and pull up the charts and then chop it up about everything that went on, man. So, man, let's pull up the chart here, man, and see here. What we have is a whole lot of chop. So Thursday and Friday was a whole lot of chop. You had some movement between Wednesday and Thursday, and we ended up getting a nice short out of that move, that drop that we had down. But we started out the week with chop. So Monday we started with a drop, and then Monday into Tuesday was all chop. But price has been staying inside of this area of value. So I've been adjusting this area of value based off of everything that moved last week. The area of value was right here, and then they pushed down and expanded that area of value even more. So you had a point of control here. So price is failing to break above this and break out. I had this bearish zone mark that I was expecting for them to possibly come for, but that's as far as they went. But ultimately what we're doing on a much larger scale is price is getting ready to move bullish. And what I was looking for all last week is for price to come fill in this H4 gap or this daily fair value gap. So they could overshoot and fill all of this H4 gap, or they could possibly stall within the daily fair value gap and just fill there and take off from there. But like I normally say on all my updates on my trading view, we can't predict price. All we can do is move with it. So as far as the 30-day volume profile, you have support right here because this is the point of control here. So if they come all the way down to fill in the H4, I would expect for this point of control to hold that support for price to turn around and continue pushing up, because on, like you see on the daily, we're extremely bullish. Price has been kind of moving somewhat sideways, but it's progressively moving bullish. Now I can pull up my stats on my TFD, man. So you see this was Friday, man, and I took one trade on Friday. Well, no, I took a few different setups on Friday, and none of them really ended up playing out for me. But if you look at my stats for the past month, you'll see I have been doing pretty solid. So Thursday and Fridays tend to be kind of tough. Thursday I tend to find a good setup on a Thursday, but last Thursday didn't do me well, and this Thursday was a nice day to kind of catch up for the loss I made on Wednesday. Friday ended up giving it right back. On Monday I walked away early because I expected for Monday to possibly not play out. So once we took one trade and lost, we just said, well, we'll just wait. And I have a $400 limit set on myself. So if I take $400 loss, I automatically lock myself out. Trying to be a bit more stricter so that I can proceed with this progress on this account. So my recovery factor is 1.95, and what I was looking for. My profit factor is 1.51. So my winners are much bigger than my losers. And well, I have a 35% win rate. I'm 35% win rate, but my profit factor is 1.51. And so my winners are much bigger than my losers. And so these stats help me to be able to look at key areas of where I might be going wrong. I can label each one of my setups. I can see what setups uh, benefit me the most, and what setups are the worst for me. So that I can focus on those setups more often when I see them come into play. So I'm trying to keep good monitor on these stats to be able to look at where my top stats are and where my down play are, so I can kind of tighten up better. So my longest win streak is 5 trades in a row. My longest win streak is 3 trades in a row. My longest loss streak is 5 trades in a row. So yeah, man. So, and then you can even see your most active hour, your best hour. My best hour is the 8 p.m. The 8 p.m. for me, 8 p.m. Central is a bullish bias candle on gold. So I expect for gold to move somewhat bullish during that time. So if I can find an entry for that bullish bias hour, then I can take advantage of that. 9 o'clock is the busiest hour, so we end up getting some things in there. If I can't find a setup by 10, usually it goes against me. So I'm starting to cut my trades in Asian session if I can't find any setup by 10 o'clock, because it's not that good for me. And then 10 a.m. during New York session is my worst hour. So I should just be out of trades by 10 a.m. New York session. If I catch a New York move, normally it's a scalp, and I can let it play out for about 30 minutes to an hour, and then get out. Because New York session is just not my best friend. But that's how it is sometimes. Going back to the chart, what we have is all this consolidation here. I'm waiting for price to break outside of this zone. So once they break outside of this zone and come outside of value down here, we have a play. So if they end up breaking to the upside, then I will want to see them hold and close above the previous daily high, and then start to try to reach for the previous monthly high. You know what I'm saying? Because they could come back up here Monday and kind of play all in this area before they decide to break down. But I'm really not interested in taking it long until they break out down here, or they have to break out above the previous monthly high and close before we end up considering taking any longs. But yeah, man, I just wanted to come on and give a little video, give a little update, man, on trading progress. So just trying to be 1% better every day. Trying to do what it do, man. But yeah, that's what it is, man. No FOMO.